All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's tap into it. It has been a minute. I've been traveling. So let me just break this down, okay? So last week I didn't do a review because I figured I'd just lump the honeymoon all together. What did you guys think? I was like, oh, this is juicy. I told you the honeymoon is where the stuff was just gonna start to trickle out. The little qualms, the little arguments, the little spats were about to happen. And I might be wrong about some of the couples. The ones that I was rooting for, I don't know. And then the ones that I was like strong about, I was like, Kristen and Justin, they not gonna work. Not Kristen and Justin. I'm sorry, Alexis and Justin, they not gonna work. But Hunty, I am surprised. I am shockingly surprised. What did you guys think about the honeymoon last week and this week? We gonna talk about it. So like I always do, we gonna break down the couples, okay? I just want to jump into these two right here. Kristen and Mitch. Kristen and Mitch, Hunty. When I tell you Mitch, I told you, Mitch got that low-key narcissism. And what did I say? They used that term in this last episode. Oh, he might be a narcissist, okay? So look, Kristen, I give her much respect. Kudos to her for trying to, in the midst of everything, keep it together. So last week, Mitch was like, oh, he's giving a lot of mixed signals, okay? So the audacity of him to be so closed off and like a robotic, then to have this extravagant dinner, beautiful dinner out by the water, to tell Kristen he's not physically attracted to her? The audacity, like you coming out looking like Fabio or The Rock. The audacity, darling. Darling, have you looked in the mirror lately? Listen, for him to have the nerve to sit Kristen down after they're having fun, doing all the excursions, then to tell her, I'm not physically attracted to you. Child, and then later in the evening, I heard this past week, Kristen finally admitted and broke it down that she was confused because she was getting mixed signals, okay? And for them to have taken the relationship to the next level that same night, make it make sense, Mitch. Make it make sense, because you are not making any sense. This poor girl is trying her best to make this relationship marriage work. And you are trying to milk the situation for the 8 weeks that you guys have together? How rude. Meanwhile, it's you self-sabotaging because you don't have much relationship experience and you're afraid. And you're afraid to fall in love. That is your biggest fear. So you're pushing it out on her. She's adorable. But you were checking out her mom at the wedding. Let's not forget that. You were checking out her mom. You thought her mom was going to be Kristen. You thought you were marrying Kristen's mom. No, sir. Get it together. I feel like you have a lot of deep-seated things or issues, I should say, that you refuse to acknowledge. And you are self-sabotaging this relationship, because I have a strong feeling that when they get back to San Diego, that's when things are going to get real. I'm not confident in this relationship. It could possibly work if he opens up and gets out of his own way and starts to heal and get better. But Kristen, honey, the ball is in your court. Like you said last night, she did admit that. The ball is now in her court, because she is not going to allow him to dictate the course of this relationship. Because if she does that, it's going to go nowhere. And it's going to go nowhere fast. All right? You're not the only one who's been hurt, Mitch. You're not the only one who's had their heart broken, Mitch. Get over it, Mitch. Heal, Mitch. You have a beautiful young lady here who's willing to work with you, Mitch. You're not the prize, Mitch. You're not the prize, Mitch. Okay. All right. So how do you guys feel about Mitch and Kristen? Because I was like cringing at some of the things that I was hearing when Kristen admitted that, he kind of pounced on her. I'm like, oh, we're pouncing now? You get some liquor in your system and we're pouncing, Mitch? I digress. Okay, so let's tap into one of my favorite couples, Stasia and Nate. Look, I'm starting to see some red flags with Nate. I'm starting to see that he's so used to being single, and this whole marriage thing is starting to weigh on him, and it's just the honeymoon. I think that he's just saying what he has to say. I don't know what his sign is, but I'm getting Leo energy. I'm getting a lot of, I like to be seen, woo with me, catch me on my cell phone every 5 minutes, catch me doing things that I haven't done in a long time. At the dinner, I caught this. He was like, oh, my wife is gracious enough to let me live in her new home that she's building. Very braggadocious. I feel that Nate has a lot of insecurities that he's trying to mask. And in order for him to be successful in this marriage, he's going to have to kill his ego, because his ego will get in the way of this relationship. Stasia is secure in her ways and secure in herself. I don't think she's stuck in her ways. I feel she's secure within herself, and she doesn't care how good looking a man is. She will cut him off with the quickness if he's on that low vibrational immaturity BS. Okay? Nate does have some growing to do. Either he's going to push to make this work or not. And the reason why I say this is because on their wedding day, the young blonde lady who was having the conversation about, oh, Nate's so amazing, Nate's wonderful, I can't wait to hang out with you guys, just pushing herself into the relationship. First of all, who invited her? Okay. Secondly, I feel that Nate had some sort of relations with this young lady, and or, I could be wrong, or she's heavily attracted to him, but I feel like they really had a moment, okay? And she doesn't know how to let go, or maybe Nate gave her false promises, okay? Because it's giving me a lot of confusion, internal battles with Nate. Nate likes the idea of Stasia, but I don't feel that Nate has prepared himself for this experiment or this experience. I'm rooting for you guys. I really am. But Nate, if this relationship doesn't work out, it's on you. I'm calling it from now. Because this can work. This can work. They look great together. Beautiful chemistry. But I don't want the chemistry to be surface for Nate. I'm catching a lot of surface moments with him. Like he's afraid to tap into the depth of love. Tap into the depth of love if you want this relationship to work, Nate. I'm not going to chastise you too much. But get it together. All right? Get it together. But this couple is still my top. All right? Now, let's tap into Alexis and Justin. Did you guys see the love flowing? I was pleasantly surprised at Alexis and Justin because I was like, oh, Alexis not feeling him. It's not going to work. And there's still an element of me that it kind of feels that way. But I do know the honeymoon brings the butterflies, it brings the emotion, the ambiance, it's just creating a vibe, right? And they looked amazing on the honeymoon. But when I tell you, when Justin admitted last week that he was falling in love with Alexis, Alexis was like so scared because she said that she is afraid of that vulnerability of love. But there's no coincidence that they matched on Hinge, right? There is no coincidence that they matched on Hinge. only to end up on this show together. Okay? And there was something that she admitted to, I believe it was Morgan, if I'm not mistaken. She admitted to one of the girls that, she matched with him 6 months prior, but he was too skinny for her. Only to have the experts match them later. And this is why it's so important to not necessarily focus so much on the externals. Even though they're a factor, they look good together. They're like a physical match, an energetic match to a degree, even though Justin is more outgoing and charismatic than Alexis is. But I will say, when Alexis admitted that she loved Justin, I clutched my pearls because I was like, what? Are the walls coming down? Are the walls coming down, Alexis? I love that because this is what marriage is. So she understands the assignment. She understands the assignment. So I might have read Alexis a little wrong, but again, it's still early. They're gonna get out of the honeymoon soon, so we're gonna see what happens. But there was a beautiful moment that I loved where after the dinner, Justin was really having a moment for Ben, because Ben, he feels like Ben might have gotten the short end of the stick in his relationship, and for him to be so empathetic and caring for his friend was a beautiful moment. But when Alexis was telling him that, like, listen, babe, you can't carry another person's burdens. It's not for you to do that. You have to let that go. This is Ben's journey, and he has to experience it for himself. And I thought that was such a beautiful moment, because I think in life we all kind of go through the caring for other people sometimes more than we care for ourselves, and that can be a hindrance long term, a hindrance for our development on so many levels. And for her to nip that in the bud and let him know that it's okay to care for your friends, but don't carry that weight of Ben's situation, I thought that was a beautiful moment, and I can see them getting closer and closer together. So I am happy that Alexis and Justin are coming around, and that Alexis is willing to open up and be vulnerable and not run away. So I may be wrong about this couple, but we'll see. I'm still holding on to my original predictions, but we'll see for sure. I want them to win. I love love. So I want love to reign for everybody. People deserve love. And for these couples to take the risk of putting themselves out there, being on national television, to marry a complete stranger is not an easy thing. So I'm not trying to be harsh on them. I want them to win. But these episodes, darling, they're about to get juicy. Okay, juicy with it. All right, so actually, I want to tap into Lindy and Miguel. Lindy and Miguel. Okay, I don't know if any of you guys noticed it, but Lindy, I'm starting to question your genuine energy. She's a sweet girl, but sweet girls can be confused too. And sweet girls can play the game too. I don't think that Lindy is being authentic within herself. And I feel like Miguel is putting up walls, bringing them down, and then putting them back up. Lindy literally had a conversation with the girls saying that Miguel is like giving her mixed signals about, not really being sure what the 6 weeks or 8 weeks are going to bring. He might need more time. And she feels slighted by that. But in the next breath, she is like, at dinner, she's like, it's okay. I understand because I'm in the same place. It's giving me two-faced Gemini energy. It's giving me, let me just pretend energy. Let me not be honest with myself energy. Geminis, you guys have a tendency to do this. Be truthful. Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses and save face for image. If you don't like something, don't like it. Don't like it with 5 friends and then 2 seconds later like it with 5 other friends. Like, make it make sense, Gemini. Listen, Lindy, it's okay to have your feelings. Be authentic and be genuine. If the fear of him saying no to you in 6 weeks is an issue, say it and own it. Say it and own it. Don't be wishy-washy, because the wishy-washiness is only confusing you. It's not going to confuse Miguel. You're just going to give him a reason to not stay for the after the 8 weeks. Be yourself, Lindy, please. You're a beautiful girl. You know, religion has warped you to a degree. And I'm glad that you are opening up to this relationship to the best of your ability. But be consistent in your emotions. Please. I beg of you. For the sake of this relationship, be authentic. Be true to yourself. Now, Miguel, I think that you are very much in your head and you want to feel, but you are overthinking. And I think that's probably why in the subconscious that they were matched, is because they are both overthinkers. They think too daggone much. Just live in the moment. Be free. Love each other. You guys look great together. You guys can possibly work. But you guys are both in your head. Miguel doesn't think he's in his head as much as he is, but he definitely is. Lindy, I think sometimes you may need to sit with your thoughts before you blurt them out, because when you speak, especially when your mind is running, you sound crazy to a degree. Oh, let me not say that. That's not a nice word to use. You sound confused, okay? So try to get more clarity before you speak. Sit with your thoughts and then articulate how you feel, because that will give Miguel more certainty and more confidence in the wake of your relationship. I'm glad that you two consummated. I'm glad that you two took it to the next level. I hope you did it for you, Lindy, and not Miguel. I hope you did it because that's what you wanted to do and not what anyone else wanted to do. And when Stasia talked to you about that, I felt like that she could sense that. She could sense that you were more so feeling a kind of way in your relationship, because she felt that you might have just given into Miguel sexually just because. And now in hindsight, I can see that. I can see that you might have just done it hoping to secure the longevity of your marriage. And I can't say that's right or wrong. Only you know the truth. And you know, you two can work. I'm rooting for you two. You two can possibly work. Just be truthful. Be honest with yourself. That's the only thing that I ask of this couple. Just get out of your heads and live in the moment and own it. Just go with the flow. The last couple, honey, red flags, red flags, red flags, red flags, red flags. Morgan and Ben. And I see the red flags more with Morgan. She is a control freak. Ben, you might have to run. I'm not gonna lie, Ben, you might have to just run. Morgan is a control freak. She wants to be in control. She wants to be catered to. She wants to be loved. She wants to be the one that's doted on. Maybe because of the fact that her father wasn't around. But Morgan, Ben is your husband. He's there to assist and help and be there. And for you to have the audacity to get offended because he's confiding in his friend about your relationship, that's so one-sided. Don't you confide in the other girls about your relationship? So why is it wrong for him to do it and you get offended? First of all, are you a nurse or are you not a nurse? That is the biggest question, because Ben has every right to secure his assets just like Stasia does. And he can't afford to be in a relationship with somebody who's not who they really say they are. Who are you, Morgan? Okay, and don't try to use your Muay Thai to intimidate Ben either. It's not gonna work. Ben deserves to know the truth. Are you a nurse? Are you not a nurse? Did you finish school? Did you not finish school? You want a relationship that's honest and genuine, but yet you're hiding secrets. And then when the secrets come out, you get mad that your husband found out and then told somebody else. When you were at dinner just talking about, well, I this and I work hard and I'm a nurse and it's long days, and when I come home, I just want this and I just want that and I just want this and I just want that. Where does your husband fit into the equation? And I also noticed that with Alexis low key. Alexis is like, well, I'm going to be the breadwinner. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. It's like, to a degree, some women love to boast about being having an air of hierarchy or an air of being the provider in the relationship to show off what they have. Who cares? Who cares? Ben is the one with the money. Yes, you're a nurse. I'm not taking, or maybe not. You work hard. So does Ben. So what is the issue? What is the issue? Some women just want to feel validated and feel like the world revolves around them. Nobody cares. Be honest and genuine in your relationship, because if this relationship does not work out, it is your fault, Morgan. It is your unhealed daddy issues that are going to cause this relationship to not work. So that is my recap for the honeymoon. I enjoyed watching all of it. Alexis and Justin, okay? You know, surprise, surprise. Mitch, get it together. Lindy and Miguel, keep at it. Keep at it. You guys got this. It'll work. It'll work. Stacia and Nate. Stacia, keep doing your thing. Nate, get it together. I hope this review was something that you guys felt, and I hope you feel what I felt, or if you didn't, put below. What did you feel about the honeymoon? What didn't you like? What did you notice? What did you see that I didn't even tap into? Listen, these couples, I give them much respect for taking this leap of faith. But some of you guys have to get out of your own way. I'll see you guys next week for the next review. Have an amazing weekend. Live your best life. I hope love finds you. Pure love, genuine love. Have a great weekend, y'all. Bye.